Hi, I'm Carla Renee, and I'm so glad you've decided to download our 5 fatal mistakes that business owners make when building their website. So a little bit about me. I am a mum of 3. I live in Brisbane. I have been in the business industry for the last 8 years and been in social media for about 6. So I now specialize in helping highly motivated and creative entrepreneurs create and build the lives that they are desiring. And I mainly work with businesses that are just starting up who need help in being able to just get started. They're not quite sure where they're going or what they're doing or how to do it. And I've been there, I've done it multiple times, and I really want to help people be able to actually achieve those dreams and desires that they've got, even if they have 50 people in the background telling them that they can't do it. I'm here to tell you that yes, you can. So 5 fatal mistakes that I see all the time when I'm doing web development for clients is the images that are being used on their website are way too big. So the images need to be optimized before they go even on your site. And then once they are put on the site, we can then optimize them again. So what is optimization? Optimization is where we take a rather large image and we squish it down. Now, we aren't compromising any of the quality aspects of that image, but we are compacting it so that it's a smaller file size, which means that it will take less time to load, which means that Google will love you. The other thing that I see is that your site isn't mobile friendly. So when you are going and you are creating your website, or you've had someone create it for you, you want to make sure that it is mobile responsive. Google is in the process of making sure that if your site is not mobile responsive, you will lose in the ranking system. Now, creating a mobile friendly website isn't that difficult these days. There are lots of different tools to be able to ensure that it is, and it's created with total ease, which is what I am all about. You need to make sure that, hey, look, it is optimized, and we do have some tools that you're able to use to double check and make sure that it is friendly. Now, you will get that link to all the little different bits and pieces in your email. So make sure you click on it, enter in your URL, and make sure that Google is happy with what you are doing. Next thing is I see that there is no call to action on these homepages. So you've done the hard work, you've finally got somebody coming to your website, but they come, they see, and they're like, and what do I do? There's no clear direction as to what you want them to do. Do you want them to call you? Do you want them to text you? Do you want them to send you an email? Do you want them to go and look at your packages? What do you want them to do? You need to be really, really clear and really, really specific with your call to action, and having it in a place where it's easy to find. You don't want it down the very bottom in the left-hand corner where nobody's looking. You want to make sure that your call to action is in a prominent place on your website so that people know when they come, yep, this is what I'm looking for, this is what I want to do. You've got about 15 seconds to make your mark. First impressions count, and you need to make sure that when people come to your site, they know what they're there to do, they know what you're there to offer, and it's a really quick and simple process for them. The second thing I see is that people are paying way too much for their websites, or they're paying for hosting that they don't need, or packages that is just completely irrelevant to what they're currently needing in their business. So on average, your website hosting should be costing you less than $10 a month. And so with your hosting, it is obviously, if you have a self-hosted business, you should have access to personalized emails for your domain name. I highly recommend that you are utilizing those personalized domain name email addresses as well, because it makes your business look a lot more professional to those customers that are coming there, instead of your @Gmail or @Hotmail email address. So making sure that if you are using a free hosted site, for example, you're using Wix, or you're using Vistaprint, and all those types of hosting services that they say they're free, or, you know, but if you want this feature, you need to pay this much extra. And if you want that feature, it's this much extra. I understand why people go there and why you have gone and thought, hey, look, this is the best option for me right now. This is what I need. When you get to the point where you want to customize, you don't want it to look like the other hairdressing salon just down the road. You need to look at your self-hosted options because you have absolute customizability with them. You need to have access to a cPanel, which will enable you to create all sorts of wonderful things for your website. So I highly recommend that you go and have a look at your hosting, see how much you're paying, because more than likely you're paying way too much as well. Now, one final mistake that people are making is that the navigation is really difficult to find. Sometimes when your site isn't optimized to be mobile friendly, the headers and menu bars for your website are all over the place and people can't find what they're looking for. Just because you think something is relevant or easy to find for you doesn't mean that it's actually easy to find for other people. So if you are wanting people to go and contact you, you don't want to have the contact you options inside the About Us section, okay? People want to be able to find all aspects that they're looking for on your site quickly and easily. So have a look at your navigation on your site, whether it be in the header, whether it be in the footer. Make sure that people can find what they are looking for with ease. If they can't find it with ease, they're going to go back and they're going to go back to Google and they're going to find another website that can. I really hope that helps. They are my top 5 tips for trying to avoid the mistakes that I have seen so many business owners do, and I look forward to working with you.